Alright, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be throwing on a Desert Unlimited headlight on the 2022 CRF450RX. And we also are going to be putting on these little strap rings that go on your lower triple trees. So this light is super nice. This is the Baja Designs XL Sport, and they also offer the XL Pro, and you could put these on any, I believe it's 2021 and up 450Rs and RX. You'd have to check the website, but it's all plug and play. It comes with these really nice waterproof Deutsch connectors, these fully sealed connectors here, so yeah, pretty nice unit. Comes with the harness kit. So yeah, for the CRF450R and RX. So yeah, in the kit, it's also got instructions. Comes with a Deutsch connector harness, fully waterproof. You don't need to use any dielectric grease or anything on this. It'll be fully waterproof. Maybe a little bit on here would be good. Comes with the 10 amp fuse and all the supplied brackets is pretty much the OEM CRF450RL bracket setup, so that's nice. And this mounts to the triple trees, and I'll give you guys a walkthrough on how to install it. I also have a CRF450RL factory sticker. Here's the part number if you guys want to use the same one if you buy this headlight. Pretty much that'll go right there like that. Alright, so first we're going to start off with pulling this left side shroud off. These are 8mm. Alright, so once you got the shroud pulled off, you're going to see this factory auxiliary power outlet, and you're just gonna take this little cap off. So I pull it off here, and then probably gonna have to get a pocket screwdriver in here, and then you just take this little cap off. Yeah, so you just pry up on this tab right here to release it from here, and then on this side you push this tab this way, actually that way, then the cap pops off. So I don't think I'm going to pull the tank off. I think I'll be able to snake the new harness in. So this one will plug into here, and then I'm just going to route it, trying to follow the factory harness up through here. Boom. So these factory Honda zip ties are really nice. Actually has a little tab, and you can release pressure on the zip tie and get a little slack out of it, so you can feed your new harness through. Alright, once you get your harness plugged in and secured, route it up through here. You're going to want to take off these upper triple clamp bolts. Can't get my impact in here, so I'll do it by hand. So now you'll install these two supplied triple clamp brackets as shown in the diagram. So those will go right there like this. Alright, next I'm going to do the dirt bike test. Check them out on YouTube. They actually took this bike and did a bunch of tests on it, changing the factory torque specs, and found out, you know, certain stuff makes the bike a little more compliant. So right here we're gonna torque the top triple clamp. Stock is 16 foot-pounds, updated one is 14 foot-pounds. So now you'll use the OEM supplied grommets and you'll stick them into this bracket right here. Use a flathead screwdriver to do so. So once you get those in there, it should look like this. And then pretty much with the beveled end facing the rear of the bike, you're gonna take the two front fender bolts off, and you're just gonna basically slip these underneath and tighten them down, and then the headlight tabs will go into there. So once you get that mount in there, it should look like that. So that's what the bottom of my headlight sits in. Just sits right in those little grommets. All right, plug this in right here. Line up the two bottom pieces. Line up these. Use the two supplied bolts to mount it. Alright, once you're all done, just put some zip ties here. I just follow the factory harness as good as I can, and then turn your bars, make sure nothing gets pinched, then test it. One thing I do like about this light, having the manual switch right here. So as you saw, we turned the bike off with it still on. So if we go to start it again, it'll still be on. And if we turn it off, obviously turn the bike off and we'll turn it back on and it'll stay off. So really nice feature having the button right here. We also got the Canyon Dancer tie down hoops installed. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. I'll try to get some night shots of it. And don't forget, right here you actually have an adjustment to angle it up or down. So if you do plan to ride it on the street, which eventually I do want to get this bike plated street legal, you're not blinding everyone. So there's that adjustment right there. You just screw it in and out with the Phillips.
Throttle got stuck, dude.
Can't park there.
Huh?
Can't park there.